If you're looking to buy cheap Rocket League items, be sure to check out today's sponsor RL.Exchange. They support all platforms, and offer a wide selection of Rocket League items to choose from, and have multiple payment options. Be sure to use code RLH at checkout for a 3% discount on your entire purchase.
To be Liquid. Double tap threat, rebound out. A Chronic, the shot, it's denied. Relating Wave gets that low shot out. And Chronic, so patient, happy to take that extra touch, and Atto on the other side of the field, ready for the pass.
This Team Liquid lineup have barely put a foot wrong all weekend, and here we see it again, just a minute into this semi-final.
Can't get the help from Ixo. Now, another dive. Everybody's gone for Quadrant. Now they're left scrambling on the attack. A Chronic, the shot, Cash will get the save, but the rebound, it's gonna go right in.
And the double commits played Quadrant yesterday, but they didn't get punished for it. This Team Liquid team, they're going to punish you. It's good to see them covering each other, but probably not in that way. You don't want everyone sending all the troops to the ball at once. And here again, we see Demo's open net opportunity. Atto with a free shot. Wave can't get there. And again, Team Liquid get their third. Atto's second of the game. Team Liquid just starting,
and it's starting to look like what we saw from Team Liquid come out. And Team Liquid having so much time on attack, whereas against Moist, it was a lot of time defending. But still, Moist only managed to put 2 goals in. And will we see the first? We do. Ixo will bounce this one in, and there's a little bit of time left on the clock, but it's still going to be a tough one for Quadrant to come back from.
Yeah, the positive, I guess you could say, is they had the better offense. They're the faster team, and they're using that. They're just capitalizing every single time on these mistakes, and almost just isolating that last man, James, just beating out the first 2, and then securing an opportunity so just gets one through everyone.
Okay, so Atto goes up, doesn't get a touch. Relating Wave versus Ixo. They finally have some teeth.
Relating Wave had a chance there off the corner, couldn't put it away, and this Quadrant offense, James, it's not the most impressive right now. It feels like there's a lot of misses coming out. That could just be in the cannon. Just finds a Chronic sleeping in the net and puts one in the top corner.
And I mean, Chronic knows his last back right here, started to cheat up a little bit.
Oh, they live to fight another day. Ball gets out. He's going to be able to take his time now. There's space on the other side. Relating Wave shuts it down. This is looking all right now. Team Liquid flip reset over the top of Chronic pass play. Straight through Ixo. Liquid get their second and take the lead.
It's so nice from Atto. Relating Wave even got a piece of it. Atto masking that flip reset. He will out into the middle. Relating Wave was trying to take that extra touch. Atto giving him no space and still getting a touch on the ball. Allows Oski to go to the backboard. Awkward for Cash. Cash gets a touch, but it's not enough. A Chronic cleans up.
Ixo just trusted Cash with a touch here. He was off to the corner. He left him just hanging here and just rotated him back post. Couldn't find
Ixo. Low boost. Got it up to Relating Wave. Oski hard off the ceiling. Now back to Oski. Oski high off the backboard. Ixo can't get the read. A light drop down. Save from Ixo. A goal from Atto. The counterattack proves deadly once more.
Just too much power from Oski there. Chronic, that's all he had to do was just force Ixo to make that touch. Put him out of net.
They do, and then they can break out just like that. Still a chance now for Quadrant. Though goals have not been easy for him. Ixo a chance, gets the bump! And Relating Wave gets credited for the goal, but Ixo the one doing the dirty work.
A massive play here. That's what they need. Send someone downfield. Just put a little bit of pressure on that defense. A Chronic. They're playing a much less patient game here, Quadrant. They're willing to commit second and third man and just hoping that someone can get back. We saw it with Cash earlier, having to cut rotation. Here we go. Atto might be able to get the bump. Ixo musty flick. Atto puts it away. Team Liquid moves to match point. What an individual effort.
He gets the flip reset, goes down into a wave dash, lands 0.75 goals a game. And you can see why Atto saving that one on the goal line. Ixo getting beat. Oski the flick. Relating Wave will save it, but it's popped up again. And again, it's scored on the rebound by Team Liquid.
Oh, they're picking them apart. Ixo, just a terrible challenge. Relating Wave puts it up, but look at Oski bumping Cash last man.
Relating Wave fighting through a bump attempt. And now Husky lets that ball go by. Quadrant, now a chance. Ixo, can he get around it? The late flick. Ixo bar down. That was a gorgeous play.
He's done it again, getting a demo on the last man. Team Liquid caught napping again. Atto couldn't respawn the demo and the goal. We saw it last game from him, and we've seen it again here. But this time, James, he's had to score it himself.
Man, that was so good, but immediately, I was going to say Team Liquid was humbled last play, but now they're back on top.
What a touch, Atto. Look at the angle.
Quadrant still just trailing by 1.
30 seconds on the clock. What can happen here? What can Quadrant do? Chronic's going to be able to touch that across. Ixo's pre-jumped it. Can he get a double touch middle? This could be the shot. Relating wave puts it away, but Ixo again. He's just trying, willing, forcing, kicking, scratching, trying to get this Quadrant team over the line.
Ixo
driving
already
past the ball got me scared here. It felt like Team Liquid could have won this a couple times over now. Ixo with a massive save. This could be the opportunity again. Ixo's out there. Atto off the wall. Goes for another skim. Where are these touches coming from? Atto, what are you doing right now? GG's in chat. Team Liquid sweep their way to the grand final.
And there was the physical play. Oski scoring.
They survived the early push by Oxygen, and now here they go, looking for their opening goal. Rise once again able to read exactly what they're doing. Oh, what a 50-50 by Itachi. Vatira's there to slot it far down. And it's Karmine Corp who opened the scoring. Masterful center ball from Itachi to set it all up.
That is such a good shot. How on earth he's managed to avoid it? He kind of sweeps himself up along the way. Being played at a frantic pace on both sides. And that's a rise backflip. Well, it's been a while since we saw a feels backflip man at this sort of level. But there is one that is going to hurt massively.
Oh, and yeah, it's definitely a savable shot. I mean, Rise knew he needed rivaled Vatira at times. Vatira, in the minds of most, the best player in the world, but Itachi is right up there. This guy has been in incredible form. You know, yeah, Vatira says himself, Itachi's underrated. I think I agree. Exotic makes it 3 here. Now, it was already over, but no goals for Oxygen in game 1. Bit of a flat game play here by Jory as he fakes it, drops over Archie. KC are a bit stagnant in the challenge here. Double commit, not going to result in a goal against them. Just yet. Oh, it will now. Surely Rise is there for it. What a pass to just go straight towards Rise, who is stationary waiting in the middle.
A couple of bumps as well, just shoved away Exotic. Go away. Oh, a couple of players out. Vatira turns. He's not going to have support for a while, but he can buy his team some time. He's done incredibly well. Where's the follow-up? Here comes Itachi. Back down off the backboard.
Oh, my.
And that is off a dogged performance from Vatira to keep this going.
Vatira's completely alone up front because both of his teammates are respawning from demos, but he kept the ball.
It's always just 2, and you're never quite sure which way they're going to take the ball. Although this was the position that they caused chaos last time around. Slowing the play down in the corner. Have they done it again?
Oh!
Yes, they have. Archie, silky smooth.
What's a goal by Archie? That's come out of nowhere. Exotic didn't see Archie cutting rotation. Vatira and Itachi not ready for the immediate shot.
Not the best first touch. Second one helps a little bit. Not where he wants to see his team, especially with extra touches coming from KC. Been so long. Oh! Keep it out. But KC just won race after race to the ball. They were going to do something with it, and Exotic certainly did.
I think both teams have done that just earlier in the game now. Karmine Corp have done that as well. Both teams have been very difficult to clear the ball through for large parts of this game.
Oh, Itachi! Oh, Itachi! Incredible!
Who said all they do is wait for Vatira to 1v3? That's a triple from Itachi. One bites to the steel. Just be the glue. Bring the best out of Vatira and Itachi. When you get this much talent on the roster, when you're all on the same page, you know, you don't need to make everything flashy. In fact, it's better not to. Oh! Itachi just pulled another goal out of nowhere. Well, knows he managed to get the race one, and this one rises in the area. Pre-flip from Itachi to beat him to it.
It's anything Oxygen are doing. And why not? You already know that the last game would have rattled Oxygen. So don't let off the gas. Infield pass. Double up.
Well, this timeout doesn't look like it's worked out too well. It's just more of the same. Karmine Corp off the back of a fake shot from Vatira. Get their set. What can Oxygen do from this point? It's gone from bad to worse. Can they get a game even might be the thought right now. It doesn't look likely. Vatira's made it 3.
Liquid, if you're watching, this very well could be the team that you're playing against.
Plays efficient trades every single game, and the follow-ups on each other's plays have been right up there with the best that we've seen from teams like Gen G, who are just able to synergize on a high level consistently. Yeah, that's really the only comparison right now. You know, Team Liquid are waiting in the final, but the only comparison to the dominance and the consistency that we see from Karmine Corp right now is Gen G.
It will be up to the teams of the regions to change this narrative a little bit, but it kind of reminds me of, you know, when there's like a big fight in boxing or something, they have a tune-up match. So build up the hype, show off what they capable of. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's the moment
you can't call Oxygen a tune-up match. That's so hard. I know what you mean.
Doing to them, though.
It does look like that, though. You're not wrong. It really does look like that. The series have been 3 goal differences. 3-0 in game 1, 4-1 in game 3. Versus that 1 goal difference in the game in between. Oh, early start, though, for Oxygen. That's the miss from KC. As you can hear by our talking points before this happened, we don't expect that. That's not something we've come to expect. It plays from wide, hit the ball away. Just Karmine Corp keeping control. This is still going to be interesting to see how Oxygen produce goals here. They've got another one, and it's another outplay. So 2 times now, they have been able to get that last little touch on the ball that Karmine Corp weren't expecting. Rise knocking it over 2, and Archie is there for the finish.
Oxygen, just more of that. I need this and at least 1 more before we start believing. And even this is still not done.
There you go.
Vatira, off the backboard play, just lands in the perfect spot, turns it in, and that lead is halved.
Yeah, Vatira and just an Exotic just too fast there.
Difficult shot to play for. Would have preferred to see it bounce any other way.
Oh, that's not the best read by Rise there. He had a tougher read on the crossbar. Vatira's big 1, 50-2, and it is a tie game. And just like that, Karmine Corp are back. What a mind game by Vatira. It completely nullifies the clear ball
Every
as well.
Every single time we get those kind of plays, KC are there to meet it. They seem to read the game that little bit quicker. Vatira already up. Is that just going to drop
No way.
Actually to meet it?
Oh, it's over.
He's got the brace. And that may be the heart of Oxygen's comeback completely crushed.
It's just another Vatira 50-50. And then a Karmine Corp player be ready for it is kind of mind-blowing. They're believing in each other's ability to win 50-50s now, which
there's a team
I guess shows you how confident they are.
I remember saying that a lot about as there goes yet another one. Hat-trick for Itachi. Very much deserves it. But whenever we talk about world-class teams in modern Rocket League, that seems to be the common
very hard
thread.
for himself, but he's managed to double it wide. Well played to recover that very awkward situation, Exotic. And yeah, it does just continue to look like Karmine Corp's game. Oh, hold that thought. Okay, chance is there. Oxygen finally capitalize on a missed rotation from Karmine Corp. Nice positioning from Archie to give Jorius the option. That did actually come off a Karmine Corp player.
The benefits of that, they have gone 2-1 versus them, and also winning the most recent matchup in EU Fall 3, 4-2 in favour of Liquid.
Well, so far, I'd say it's Karmine Corp that had the better start, and Itachi, he finishes that first sentence with a flourish.
Good pass up as well from Vatira, flicks it back down, and a 3-man passing play falling finally to Itachi. Bottom left corner.
Currently find themselves 1 goal behind, trying to get back into this first game. It's going to be difficult when Exotic is sweeping them all away, and Vatira has control of the ball. A flick reset for him, an early warning. Another one for Liquid. They're finding the way through the goal. Karmine Corp, it's 2-0 and it's simple.
2-0, not yet half-time, and this time Itachi setting up Exotic, turning it back round. Atto unable to get his nose to it, incredibly close.
Maybe already Liquid thinking they're going to have to just tweak things a little bit, because up to now, KC looked fairly impenetrable.
Exotic catching in the midfield, he goes high above Oski, and now a chance for the third. The flick continuing again, this power duo. Karmine Corp is not all about Vatira. Exotic and Itachi linking up together allow magic to happen. Back over towards Itachi. No touch coming in for a Chronic on the backboard, instead leaves it nicely for Oski. He can dribble it round 1. In the skies, he is alone until Vatira pre-jumps him. It goes low, it goes on the goal line, but nobody can make contact with Liquid until a Chronic the man to make it one.
Coming in from the third man was a Chronic, and he breathed some life into this series. It was Oski and Atto causing all sorts of damage between them.
On, then the idea of, God, KC really are impenetrable starts to come in their head, but the gods do bleed.
And as well, this is the newer version of Liquid as well, as they put a second one away. 2-0 from Oski. I'll talk in a second about their playstyle switch, but now let's just enjoy it.
A pure outplay from Oski too. It bounces very awkwardly for KC off that corner. Vatira has to try and dive in as early as that one in the back of the net.
And it's balanced. That is the change for Team Liquid in this event. They've always had the ability to explode into life like they have right now as they made it 3. The 3 of them are playing so well together, Stumpy.
Immediately off the kickoff as well, it's Exotic actually whipping that ball, and Atto, I think, has gifted a bit of a goal there, capitalizing on a bit of a whiff, a very, very rare whiff from anybody from KC. Itachi passed the match to Vatira on that chance. Oski is the man back to catch it into the corner, and another pass central, and another goal KC.
There was the trade in the top right of your screen. You'd have seen it, a demo, but it turned it into a 2v2 that was won by Karmine Corp. Attaching a lovely touch towards Exotic. And the finish wasn't bad either. He's leveled up the pace, up the pressure as well. Getting more lurks from the orange net. But these all-important touches for Liquid, they're keeping them in it. You know, Karmine Corp can have their possession, but as long as they get something on the ball, to Liquid they'll survive, but they didn't there.
Shoo! Getting that touchdown. Vatira doesn't get that second. I imagine gets called off by Itachi. You can then keep it low, pass it right. Vatira can do harsh shots on net. Then that is where you can make sure that they're not going to be easy follow-ups. You're not going to be having just a couple of goals trickle in because you've used all of your boost on having to make a wonder save.
Oh, that doubles up the difference again. And who better than Atto to stick the boot in?
Oski with one flip reset does get caught out by the defender, and the immediate shot from Atto sees Itachi. Ideally, they just can't get goals like that, however.
Oh, that was so close from Oski. The redirect of his dreams that they're going to keep on going. Atto can still turn it into gold, and he manages it. 1-0 Liquid.
Did not slow down for a second. The pass central, Exotic did not know that was coming in, and Atto chasing the ball like a rat down.
How many players can he get by? A couple of them, but not all the way. As Vatira sends it long. A good open game of Rocket League, this one. Exotic and a Chronic in the center. Atto, he's got this bump on his side. Brilliant for the Chronic, and Atto does the easy job.
A Chronic chases, and Atto is able to find an opening. Wonderful work by the duo.
And this is when you start to get frustrated as Casey, when you're turning your car around, chasing it back to your own half.
80 seconds, 2 goals, and another bump attempt. Atto shooting across the net. But look at the movement by Oski to shut down that defense yet again.
Liquid just showing their patience. Oski, yeah, Exotic.
Just go
try and jump, mate. You're going to have Oski. The game is dead. The series, though, well and truly alive as we're going to head to game 4.
2-1 in favor of Liquid. Myself, Cole, Shogun, and Johnny all predicted a Karmine Corp, not a garbage time goal, but maybe a Karmine Corp win in the grand finals. Regardless, if Liquid get this, we stay with the same amount of points, so there's no real problem. And Karmine Corp, they do be going through, so they're in a good spot, but a win, that really elevates them.
Yeah, I mean, a win here surely all but guarantees them a spot at the next major. It won't be locked in, but as close as you can be. But we are jumping ahead to the future. That's our mistake because it's 1-0 KC right here, right now.
We're in the future, Exotic is in the present, and Vatira is setting him up with one. Exotic
mainly when Liquid let them have it.
Yeah, Liquid, I feel, controlled the pace definitely of that second, so rather of that third game, but KC, they are more than capable of wrestling that kind of control back. Make sure that they are going to be supersonically flying around the pitch, and passing plays continue to pepper that net.
Love it from Karmine Corp right there. Look at Itachi go in a second. Sorry, look at Exotic go in a second. Just getting that extra little touch. Just always that extra.
And just delaying it too. The defender had no idea when that second touch is coming in. Sure, you can presume all you want, but faking like that as well is going to be putting the Liquid defense on pressure. The defender had no idea, and suddenly KC on the other side of a 3-goal thriller within a minute.
I think that this is a little bit slower than Liquid's 3 goals that they scored in game 2. I could see it to appear in my screen and redirect that one in.
Yeah, I was kind of a little bit disappointed that we saw a Liquid defender just clear it away instead.
Yeah,
but Atto's removing one of the attacking players, and out dribbled Itachi. The man dribbling past the defenders time and time again.
Karmine Corp, they just don't always need to rely on the aerial plays. There was a beautiful dribble from Vatira.
So shying away from that ball, leaving a Chronic to go for it instead. But with low boost, he can't do too much because Exotic just wait patiently on that goal line. Pinched high, Vatira first to it with the long shot. Weirdly, it's actually, if you're down 4 goals, there's a 0% chance that you're going to win a game. But if you're down 5 goals, that goes up to a 10% winning chance. Isn't that mad?
Is that a joke? I think that's
it is absolutely a joke.
No,
they have just
no.
Cool.
It's not.
Well, I'll trust you. I trust you with that.
It's about as much of a thing as the chance of Liquid winning in this game from 5-0 down, which
minus 0%-ish.
Oh my goodness, let's just enjoy Karmine Corp, because they're still pumping out banger after banger.
God! Wow! The speed to get up to that Vatira, and he just ends up floating to it.
Help them in the next game, right?
It would be nice. Yeah, it's something that you can look back and be like, okay, we made them bleed regardless. They beat us 6-2 or 6-1, whatever it ends up being. But we were good enough to get one.
My goodness.
But with the 7th going in, this is Karmine Corp's world, and we are all just living in it.
It's an absolute massacre.
Right, with a sheer vengeance that very few teams are going to be able to deal with. And apparently, after a timeout for Karmine Corp, you know, the average was, doubling your goals roughly.
Yeah.
Karmine Corp score 175% more goals. They go sicko mode. And when they get the Brazil at that, maybe that 1 goal isn't going to be quite as comforting as we thought it may be.
55 seconds, and history will say it was a 7-1.
The stats become more disgusting. They become more revolting. Including this game, Karmine Corp. It's going to be even worse now. Karmine Corp were, when I started this sentence, at plus 260% in goals scored after calling a timeout. They times their goals.
0-0 again. All that matters is that the series is 2-all. So if you just wipe that entire slate clean, you can start from now if you're Team Liquid. Whereas KC, they can take all that happiness from the last game. They can keep pushing and make it 1-0 early. Smart finish from Itachi.
Breath being held, and a big sigh at the end, I'm sure, for Liquid as 2 commit to it. Itachi flies very early, about 2 feet off the ground. No, I am the man who controls that.
Vatira, whose team have made so many grand finals in a row, is so confident on Twitter. It means so much to him. He must want to be in that conversation for the GOAT. And with these teammates, he can win anything.
What a touch from Itachi. We said about how those awkward touches do more. And just pipping it over the top of the final defender.
Oski's large enough. A Team Liquid strong enough as a team to throw a kitchen right now at Karmine Corp. We shall see. Exotic, though. He's on all the control at the start. It could be a perfect beginning for Karmine Corp in this game. Neo Tokyo's already looking like theirs.
Neo Tokyo lights up with the colors of blue. As Exotic tapping that one down finds Itachi, who can just
wants it to be his. Vatira, who's got the ball on a string, will not let that happen. He tees up Exotic, but it's saved by a Chronic.
Onto the backboard, but with nobody pushing up from Karmine Corp, and Vatira just waiting central. I thought that was a misplay from KC, but their patience, they know that Liquid just want to get these cleared quickly. Chronic doesn't see where he's really putting that, and Vatira from the midfield is able to beat that ball 2-0.